All right, tonight in the Burns Valley Dojo, we're going to demonstrate a few of the chokes that are really important to us. We might demonstrate a dozen or so chokes from Judo and Jiu-Jitsu, and kind of give you heads up on what we really feel is an important part of our martial art. And these chokes are found in traditional Kodokan Judo. They're found in Jiu-Jitsu from Japan, and they're also found in what's a form of Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, which is now called Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. All these chokes can be found in all those different martial arts. The first choke we're going to look at tonight is sometimes referred to as the bare naked strangle. It's referred to as the bare naked choke, and in Japanese it's referred to as the Hadaka gem. And the Hadaka gem is simply, they call it a bare-handed strangle, because you're really using your forearm and the two hands in somewhat of a in a gable grip, and you're using that to choke out your opponent. So the first thing you want to do, and this can be done from a standing position, this can be done when your opponent's on the ground, this can be done when you have their back. In cage fighting a lot today, they often refer to as having your opponent's back. So whenever you have his back, you simply take one hand, right or left. I'm going to come in from the right side, and I'm going to put my forearm right on his throat. I'm going to form a gable grip here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to torque in with my right hand, so my motion is coming this way, and I'm going to press down and up with my left hand. And as I do that, I'm going to be putting pressure on his larynx, on his esophagus. I meant to say, I'm going to put pressure on his esophagus, and I'm going to cut off his airwave, his air passage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grip, and as I tuck in, I'm going to use my head, and I'm going to push on the back of his head so that I drive his head forward, and I bring my hands in a squeezing motion back toward my left shoulder. So it looks like this. And when he taps, he's feeling the pressure. So that's this choke is referred to as the Hadaka gem. I think it's one of the most deadly chokes of all Judo and Jiu-Jitsu, and often referred to as the bare naked strangle. There's two types of chokes. And really only two types. This particular choke is cutting off the air passage so that it cuts off the oxygen to the brain. And then there are other chokes that really concentrate and focus on the carotid arteries, and they cut off the blood flow to the brain. This particular choke, Hadaka gem, is focusing on the air passage, and it cuts off the oxygen to the brain by squeezing. Hadaka gem. Okuri gem is another choke found in Judo, in traditional Kodokan Judo. And if I come across with this hand, again, similar to Hadaka gem, but this time instead of grasping my own hand and choking, I'm going to drive my thumb up into his lapel, and I'm going to grab on the lapel as high as I can. As I do that, I'm going to be pulling that lapel across his carotid artery. Now my other hand is going to sneak under his arm, and I'm going to come across, and I'm going to grab the other lapel. So I have grip, thumb up, palm in, on both lapels. This one is coming around his neck to concentrate on the upper portion of his neck. This one is sneaking underneath his arm, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to grab both lapels. I'm going to push on the head again, and I'm going to twist. And that's referred to as the Okuri gem. Now there's another choke very similar in Judo, referred to Kataha gem, and this time I'm going to bring this arm across again as I grab the lapel, but this time I'm going to come under this arm, but instead of going across to the lapel, I'm going to trap this arm in an upward motion, and I'm going to come behind the head with this hand. As I come behind the head with this hand, I push down on the head, and I squeeze on the lapel. Kataha Jime, that's referred to. Kataha Jime. And those are three of the somewhat elementary chokes found in Judo and Jiu-Jitsu. Now there's a couple chokes I can do from the front. I'll have Brian just turn this way a little bit. And the first one that I'm referring to is Namijuji Jime. And Namijuji Jime is attacking the lapel at the throat, at the airwave again. And this particular movement has thumbs down. So my thumb is in the lapel. It's high on the lapel because I'm focusing on the carotid arteries now. And I'm coming in this lapel, and I focus on the carotid artery, and I just simply squeeze the lapel together. And as he taps, he's you know, feeling the effects of Namijuji Jime. And the next one referred to Gyakujuji Jime, and it's simply reversed. I like this one a little bit better because I'm coming in with thumbs up on the lapel. I'm coming in with thumbs up, and I just squeeze and put them out that way. And these chokes really work effective when you're doing a lot of groundwork, particularly in Judo. Oftentimes you'll find one another, you know, face up, or you know, you're both on your knees. You've been doing some grappling on the mat, and really nice to sneak your hands in and put a choke on that way. So thumbs up, thumbs down, and let's take a break.